Docs, would you like to describe what everyone sees standing over a patient?
Standing over the patient, you see a gentleman in his early 40s, salt and pepper, short, messy hair, full goatee, salt and pepper, kind brown, caramel brown eyes, and yeah, that's a good description.
We've had some calls and, uh, well, quite frankly, yells about something that's happened far from here, but close enough that it might pose a problem. Some information is getting out that people that shouldn't be involved are beginning to get involved, and we need you to help us out. We have a couple of people that we want to send along to try and get information for us, but we know that you know, well, let's just say the best pilot in this station, and he doesn't take too kindly to us, so we need you to do your thing, get this group there, make sure everyone's alive, and get back with what we need. So,
Just real quick, let me summarize. You want me to go snag a pilot, meet up with a crew that I don't know, head off to some undisclosed location at this current moment to do some such errand that involves me and a group of people that report back to you?
yeah, so you do know how to listen. You've only done that in a past life. Avery, would you like to describe what everyone sees?
He is a very skinny man wearing a flight suit and flight jacket. He looks like he lives almost exclusively on ramen noodles and the cheapest food he can get. His hair is very scraggly and kind of looks like he probably cuts it himself with scissors, and that he hasn't shaved in multiple days. And he's just doing like as slap job of a basic maintenance as he can. Bit of advice, kid. Adventure's well and good. Don't give it up for stability.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what my dad
Spaceport's a good
said.
job, especially if you like ships, man. Spaceport's a good job if you like ships.
Yeah.
You go out in space. It's fucking scary, man. It's fucking scary. Hey, for someone who's been doing it for quite a few years now. I didn't describe this. Tavin's probably like he looks a little bit older than he actually is. He looks like he's probably mid-30s, early 30s, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, yeah. That's what my dad always says. Like, you always keep your feet on the ground. You don't have to fly in the stars.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to do it. If you find a good ship to do it, it doesn't hurt to try it, but don't give it up for something like this. Spaceport's a good fucking job. If I could go back in time and get a job like yours, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but yeah, you approach the ship in Tavin, and you have found your pilot.
Hey, Tav.
What's up, Doc? Been a while.
Yeah, I brought you a Coke. Figured you hadn't drunk anything besides coffee this morning.
Watered down coffee. I'll take it.
Yeah. You got anything planned for the day?
Nah, I finished my last job last week and I haven't found anything yet, so nah, what you got?
Job?
Does it pay well?
No, it's a corp job.
Like, you see a flash of, like, fuck over on Tavin's face. Like, God damn it. Which one?
Well, you really want to know?
It's gonna determine how I react, so yes.
It's the old Wayland Yutani.
That flash of fucking God, like, even worse, like, just pure, like, fuck those people on his face.
Why do you think I brought you
How
the coat?
how much?
Yeah.
And I guess as we walk away, Joshua could also notice that on the side of the ship, the full name is painted as Marthanur, which is how you would read it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he'd probably know that it's supposed to be Gaelic.
Mm.
Yeah, if they've known each other for a while, Tavin
Yeah.
would have told him that it stands for survivor, or it means survivor.
Haba, would you like to describe what everyone sees demanding respect through the corridors
All right.
of Novgorod?
So you see a woman with red hair that's up in a bun. It's slicked back, very military style. She does not look happy. She looks just pissed off all the time. She's got that awesome resting bitch face. She's in, whatever marshals would wear. Marshal uniform, I don't know, badge. And she walks around not arms crossed, but hand to the hip, ready, vaguely irritated for no reason at all, with a cigarette dangling out of her mouth, unlit.
As you're kind of walking through, just off to your right at one of the vendors, you see someone that you recognize that has been quite a thorn in your side for a good number of months. Don't always show up, but when they do show up, they've probably got something that's illegal that they're trying to get sold in Novgorod.
So I'd like to walk up quietly, if I can. Kind of put one hand on the counter and clamp my hand down as hard as I can on their shoulder and say, Lee, what are we doing today, bud?
With the grip on his shoulder and hearing your voice, you can even feel the colour drain completely out of his face as he just stares blankly towards the vendor, who at that moment just slowly has that kind of fun grin where he's about to get some lunchtime entertainment and kind of like just settles him set back. And Lee kind of cough, kind of nervousness. Marshal, I didn't expect to see you on this part of the floor.
I would imagine not. What have you got? Got some contraband? Steal something? What are you doing, Lee?
Why is it whenever you see me, you immediately think of the worst? Like, I could have sucks while you kind of move things about. There is something that catches your eye at the bottom. It's almost like it's like a small wooden box, and as you try to kind of shuffle it in the bag with your hand, it does have a bit of a weight to it.
I'll pull it out.
Okay. Trying to pull it out with one hand, not possible. This is a weighty.
What the fuck is this, Lee?
What's what?
All right. Do you want to do cuffs now, and we walk over to the station, or do you just want to tell me what the fuck this is?
Well,
3, 2.
it's not what you think it is. It's just a simple thing that I had been asked to bring in by someone that didn't name themselves, and
Can I open the box?
the curiosity kind of overpowers you to kind of like, now you need to know what's in this box. As you kind of pull the box up and open it, you find it's nothing that you've seen before. It's 4 vials, kind of along the top, and the vials seem to have like this thick, viscous black liquid inside. It's and underneath that is like a metal. It's like a metal rod, but it looks as if, like, on either ends, it's almost as if it has both ends could come apart, and it's more the metal rod that seems to be giving it a lot more weight. As you make your way through and get yourself to the offices, you see man in a suit, briefcase, quite important, corporate looking. Kind of, once he sees you kind of entering, kind of stands up, kind of, well, it's about time. Kind of looking at his watch.
It's about time?
Yes, I've been here for about 30 minutes waiting. Your officer said that you'd be on your way.
I'm a marshal. I don't report to you. I don't give a shit if you've been waiting in my office. I have a job to do. Who are you?
He kind of slightly taken aback by the abruptness. He kind of fixes his tie. He's like, well, I'm Mr. Powell from Weyland-Yutani, and we're aware that you have a job, but this is going to be on a much wider scale that I already have permission from your higher ups that you are the person for this job.
If my assignment is being changed, I will take that from the marshal's office. I do not work for Weyland-Yutani. I am an officer of the law.
Just as you finish that statement, someone steps out from your office. And that kind of, like, you weren't expecting someone like who would be in your office, but you do recognize it as your superior former marshal that you took the job from.
Marshal Montel, ma'am. And I'll shake your hand while I take the assignment.
And shakes it back. I'm aware that this seems quite out of the blue, but Mr. Powell here in Weyland-Yutani have informed us of quite a interesting thing that may or may not have happened. They have been, and while she says this, she kind of shoots a kind of daggered look towards Mr. Powell, they have been quite tight-lipped, if I must say, over the whole matter. But yes, apparently something has come up, and they asked who within our ranks we felt that would be able to actually do a lot more to it, and considering your history, you might be the exact person that they're looking for.
Okay. Doesn't really seem like a lot of information.
Yes, as far as we've been told, well, Mr. Powell probably should have told you by now, that there will be a meeting happening down at Billy's bar, where they're apparently going to give all of the details that they're willing to give. I am awfully sorry that this has came at such short notice, but it it does seem rather important, and if what they've told us, or such little that they've told us, is actually quite true, it's definitely something that we have to keep our hands on and make sure that nothing comes back to this area. Ghostie, would you like to describe what everyone sees sitting at the table?
A giant no, not go with the joke there on my. Okay. Yeah, you see a woman who about average height, unhealthily thin. Looks like a stiff breeze could knock her over. Her hair is black, and she is wearing sunglasses and a very nice suit. Okay, do I know who I'm meeting though?
You were told that you will be meeting with Colonial Marshal Mackenzie, and that the other you were meeting with another two that were just known as Doc and a pilot. That was the only information that you were given.
Then, in addition to like the paper and any like briefcase or whatever, I do have a package that is wrapped very nicely, and it has a card on top that says "For Carrigan" with a heart underneath her name. That is filled with all of her favorite snacks. Then I will have ordered a Coke for Carrigan, and probably a plate of appetizer type snack foods for like the table.
Very well.
And a specific plate of nachos for Carrigan.
Okay. Well,
So excited.
Billy will be in the back, kind of preparing all that kind of stuff. As you're sitting at the table, kind of waiting, you do hear two people entering, kind of in a kind of passing conversation as they're kind of coming in, where you do see two gentlemen walking in, and Joshua and Tavin, you come into the Billy's bar, ready for your meeting.
So, like I was telling you, Tav, I told the guy, I said, I don't care how it got up there, but next time just make sure it's got a flare base on it, okay?
Tavin just looks a little uncomfortable, but like he's trying not to be because it's his friend who he's known for a long time.
Look, I see some wild shit down in the sick bay, but I mean, I don't lie to me. I tell people all the time, don't lie to me. just tell them, just tell it to me straight, and I won't judge. that bad.
I'm so glad I didn't go into fucking medicine, man. So glad I didn't do it.
I mean, then yeah. Drinks?
If you're paying.
Well, yeah, of course. What? Why wouldn't I treat my freeloading pilot friend?
Kind of not long but after you, all of you immediately recognize that Colonial Marshal Mackenzie is walked into the bar. Billy immediately kind of like hair on the back of the neck kind of stand, because the last thing that any business wants is the Colonial Marshal walking in unannounced in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Tavin
stand up and walk over to her.
Tavin immediately kind of like flinches a little bit, but tries to act cool, like he doesn't care. But it's very clear that he is like side-eyeing her.
And Carrigan, as you enter into Billy's bar, you are met with the gaze of 5 people in the bar, and one now currently approaching you with enthusiasm.
Carrigan, hello! It's been so long. Come take a seat with me.
Hello?
We're supposed to be meeting today.
Okay, so you're with Waylon Yutani.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already ordered a Coke and some nachos, so just sit down. We'll have a conversation.
Thanks. I love nachos.
I'm just gonna I'm just be looking over at Billy, just kind of drinking my beer, being like, I don't hear shit.
I'll walk over to the table with her and sit down. Do I know you?
You definitely know me. Carrigan, I've been sending you care packages every month. Here, I got this one for you right here.
So I've just been getting random care packages from an Andrea Waylon Yutani, full of my favorite things. I have assumed that this is some kind of weird bribe and have been throwing them away. I don't think that I'm so rude that I would throw it away right in front of her face now that I have to work with her, and I'm just going to be like, thank you. Is there a reason that you've been sending me these care packages? Because
We're
I don't.
friends. Don't you
I don't.
recognize me?
Andrew Maxwell, Waitani agent that has been sending me packages.
Yeah.
I know that. I don't think I.
We used to work together.
I never worked for Waylon Yutani.
No. Before I worked. Sorry, before.
Carrigan, you with your just always observant kind of thing, you can't help but notice that Tavin is rather nervous, and you with just experience know that it's probably just your presence that is
I'm going to lock onto Tavin, stick my hand out, go, Marshal Mackenzie.
Tavin will force a smile and go to shake his hand, but his hand's also just shaking a little bit as he goes to shake her hand.
As long as you're not breaking any laws,
Tavin,
you're not in trouble.
Tavin, I'm a pilot.
I'm not here to arrest you. It's fine.
This is quite unorthodox. I'm well aware. The entire Weyland-Yutani board is well aware of how unorthodox and crazy this is going to sound. And just as he's about to kind of start giving the information, Billy will just kind of elbow him to the side as he starts putting down plate after plate after plate of just different foods and
I've just ordered an appetizer platter. What more?
see, appetizer platter is a very different thing in a space station, because usually people on a space station that are needing appetizers, it's a big belly.
Oh, but okay. Then that is misunderstanding.
It's
on my
perfect.
part.
It's not too much food. It is very much a kind of little bit of everything. So it's like, it's not like full portions. It'll be like 5 wings and 4 in this meal and thing like that. So it is kind of like a platter of sorts. But this is
Okay.
Billy's bar. Words don't have similar connotations to him. They want to seem like a trendy place, but this is not a trendy place. So they've heard the term
Aww.
appetizer platter,
Aw.
and this is their interpretation of food.
Billy's trying to make a good impression,
Yes.
apparently.
Aw. So cute.
He'll kind of do that. Put the plates down, wipe his hands on his trousers because old habits. He'll kind of nod to the group and he'll kind of head back off, and Jack will kind of step back into focus, kind of staring daggers at him. I've just got to cut right to the chase. A certain space station out in the Zeta system was inadvertently destroyed. Yep, an entire space station is no longer in orbit. We have had trickles of information that something caused panic and terror within the station, and even though they were able to get a Mayday alert out, it appears that it was too late. We have sent others out too, but are yet to hear anything back from them. But this is information that, if given to the wrong people, can spell a lot of disaster to human populations throughout the, well, without putting too much of a dramatic on it, the entire human population of the universe. Someone or something is out there, and pretty much we want you to go and destroy it.